there's one thing that I need to address. So, Daniel, it's going to be a certain time. We need to go on a wide shot real quick. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Tulsi time. Wait.
Oh, no, I just wanted to get you off.
We're live, folks. We're live. Thank you, Daniel.
One of those.
There we go.
Some surfing. We haven't gotten surfing in a while.
Yeah, we haven't got surfing.
And you
Like this one? This one's always nice.
Yeah, this one's the best
card.
one right there, right there. Oh my God. Oh my God.
There you go.
Love it.
All right, so real quick, I want to read this letter out. This is something that Representative Tulsi Gabbard's team sent to Secretary Hillary Clinton. We write, Dear Secretary Clinton, we write you on behalf of our client, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard. On October 17, 2019, you published this statement on a podcast, Campaign HQ, with David Plouffe. I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who is currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's a favorite of the Russians. Remember, she said Russians, not Republicans. They have a bunch of sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far, and that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not because she's also a Russian asset. Yeah, she's a Russian asset. I mean, totally. One day after making this statement, CNN asked your spokesman whether this statement was made about Congresswoman Gabbard. He responded, yes, if the nesting doll fits. Your statement is defamatory, and we demand that you retract it immediately. The statement is false. Congresswoman Gabbard is not being groomed by Russia to be a third-party candidate, nor is she a Russian asset. Rather, she is a patriotic, loyal American, a sitting four-term United States Congresswoman, and a major in the United States Army National Guard. As such, she is a loyal American who has taken on the oath of declaring her allegiance to the United States of America, both as a soldier and as a member of Congress. She has been serving for over 16 years in the Army National Guard, having voluntarily deployed twice to war zones in the Middle East. It appears you may now be claiming that this statement is about Republicans, not Russians, grooming Gabbard. But this makes no sense in light of what you actually said. After you made the statement linking Congresswoman Gabbard to the Russians, you, through your spokesman, doubled down on it with the Russian nesting doll remark.
Hey, but it might be a Republican nesting doll.
Yeah, whatever. This Republicans, not Russian spin has developed only after you realize the defamatory nature of your statement and therefore your legally liability, as well as the full extent of the public backlash against your statement. Moreover, the Republicans, not Russian spin cannot explain away your statement that Congresswoman Gabbard is a Russian asset. That is, of course, because your Republicans, not Russian spin is rubbish. In any event, this strained interpretation bears no legal weight. Defamation claims are not determined by the speaker's post hoc rationalizations. They are determined by how the statement was read and understood by the public. Let's see, hold on. Here, the public universally understood your statement exactly as you intended to be understood and exactly as you made it. That Tulsi Gabbard, a sitting Congresswoman, United States Army major, and candidate for President of the United States, is a Russian asset. This is how your statement was understood by those in political circles, such as Mayor Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke, Senator Bernie Sanders, and Andrew Yang. In making the statement, you knew it was false. Congresswoman Gabbard is not a Russian asset and is not being groomed by Russia. Besides your statement, no law enforcement or intelligence agencies have claimed, much less presented, any evidence that Congresswoman Gabbard is a Russian asset. This fabricated story is so facially improbable that it is actionable as defamation. In light of this, we demand that you immediately hold a press conference to verbally retract in full your comments. We also demand that you immediately publish this full and fair retraction on the Twitter account at Hillary Clinton and distribute to CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the Washington Post. Here's what they want her to say. On October 7th, this is what the Tulsi Gabbard's lawyers want Hillary Clinton to say. On October 17th, 2019, I made certain statements about Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard. Among other things, I accused her of being a Russian asset and that Russia was grooming her to be a third-party presidential candidate. I was wrong. I never should have made these remarks, and I apologize. I did not have any basis for making the statements. I acknowledge my grave mistakes and error in judgment in this matter. I support and admire the work of Congresswoman Gabbard as has done and will continue to do serving our country. The final statement from the lawyer. I'm available to discuss should you have any questions. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and we look forward to your promptly correcting the record. So, that's pretty fucking awesome that someone's actually holding Secretary Clinton accountable. I mean, let's face it, the Clintons have been running this entire election system and the entire DNC, like they run it like kings. And finally, somebody has the courage to step up to the Clinton machine.
So the question is, will this go anywhere? Maybe, but I think this is very politically astute for Tulsi to do. This is gonna, again, if you are enemies with the Clintons, you will make a lot of friends. And I think what would be interesting is if Dr. Jill Stein also put out a lawsuit on this, because it's harder when you're a public figure to make a lawsuit of this nature. But if you're a private citizen, such as Jill Stein, you may have a better shot.
Nothing. I just wanted to look at the story. The quote that stood out to me when Kit was reading this before the show, I
was reading off my phone.
Oh, you're reading the statement off your phone.
Yeah.
Are you going to get to that in a minute, or
Which one do you want me to get?
no? The statement that Tulsi wants Hillary to say.
Yeah.
No, that I was hearing those words, and I'm just like, man, boy, I never expected Hillary Clinton to swallow her pride like this. And it's like, no, this is what Tulsi wants her to say. It's like, that makes sense.
Right. So Clinton has not. So for the record, Clinton has not apologized or made any statement. But what I read, the statement, that's what they want Hillary Clinton to say. That'd be interesting if Clinton were to do that. But remember, this is Hillary Clinton. We're talking about a very prideful individual. And remember, never forget that the DNC and Clinton campaign worked together to deny Bernie Sanders the nomination. Just had to make that out there real quick.